In this video, we're going to focus on payment systems. Payment systems are electronic ways of taking payments from customers for goods and services. You may be familiar with types of payment systems without realizing it, as they include contactless payments, payments made using chip and PIN, online payment methods, and electronic fund transfers. To all the teachers out there, show all of these videos without any ads and gain access to our growing library of over 500 teaching worksheets. Why not visit BizzWizard.co.uk to find out more? So let's quickly have a look at each one of these in turn. Contactless payments are a way of paying using a credit or debit card by tapping against a card reader. There is a limit to the value of these transactions, which was increased to £100 from October 2021. Contactless payments can be made using mobile apps such as Apple Pay or Google Pay, and these services can be linked to a number of different devices, such as smartphones and smartwatches. Contactless payments started off as a quick and easy way of completing lower value transactions. Great for places like coffee shops to help them get through a queue quickly. The limit of these transactions was gradually increased during the coronavirus pandemic to minimize the amount of cash that had to actually be handled. This means that people can now use contactless for bigger transaction amounts, such as their weekly food shopping, buying train tickets, or clothes shopping. And many more people are now familiar with shopping using these contactless payment systems. However, because customers don't need to enter a PIN into the card reader, it's less secure. Some customers don't feel comfortable with using contactless payments, and they prefer to either pay by cash or use chip and PIN payments. We'll look at this next. Keep in mind that with contactless payments, if you lose your purse or wallet, somebody could easily use your contactless card as soon as they have found it. Moving on to the more traditional chip and PIN payments, which are made when customers pay by their debit or credit card, where they have to enter their PIN, their personal information number, into a card reader. Their PIN is a 4-figure number, which can usually also be used when taking cash out at a cash machine. Chip and PIN payments are suitable for higher value transactions and are more secure than contactless, although transactions are slower. In reality, most outlets offer both contactless and chip and PIN payments, depending on the value of the sale. Both are good alternatives to customers having to use cash and are quicker and easier for a business to process. All payment services come with a cost. Card readers either have to be purchased or leased for a monthly charge, and businesses do have to pay transaction fees to their payment provider as a percentage of the value of their card sales, both contactless and chip and PIN. But you may be surprised to hear that they usually also have to pay their bank for banking cash takings, and sometimes it can actually work out cheaper and more efficient for a business to take card payments than to take cash. This is why some businesses have now gone completely cashless, including Transport for London, which operates the buses and tubes in the capital, and even some coffee shops and restaurants. Let's now look at online payments, which are used for e-commerce and m-commerce transactions, allowing businesses to reach more customers. These include payment services such as PayPal and Stripe, which allow secure money transfers using multiple currencies. Online payment services require a website or app to be developed, and the payment service will need to be integrated with the website, as well as ensuring it is secure as confidential data is involved. This can be expensive. There will also be a transaction fee which needs to be paid to the payment provider. Bring this video and over 100 more to life with fun, interactive games, quizzes and case studies. Why not try the first 25 completely free by visiting BizzWizard.co.uk. Finally, let's look at electronic funds transfers. which is a way of transferring money electronically between different bank accounts using computerized systems without banking staff having to get directly involved in making these payments. In the past, businesses would write checks to their suppliers for payments, and staff wages would often be paid in cash. These days, most business payments are made using electronic funds transfers. For example, the business may pay all of its staff wages by bank transfer at the end of each month, or it may make payments to its suppliers once a week using electronic funds transfer. Now that we have looked at the multiple payment systems, we're going to meet Jennifer Ashton, Finance Director of MagicPay plc, an online payment service that has recently been set up as a direct competitor to PayPal. Jennifer has just started her role as Finance Director, where she is responsible for managing the entire finance and accounting team at MagicPay plc, for supporting the chief executive with strategic decision making, creating budgets, ensuring that all the taxes are paid on time, and making sure the company's accounts are accurate. Jennifer previously worked for credit card firm American Express in a senior position for 20 years, so she has a good understanding of these payment systems. Before her interview at MagicPay plc, Jennifer researched online payments such as PayPal. Jennifer remembers that many customers were concerned about online fraud when they used their card or bank details in the early days of e-commerce. Jennifer learns that PayPal made a big difference by allowing customers to make payments in many different currencies, using either money from their bank account or their credit or debit card, without sharing their details, making it much more secure. And this gave people more confidence to use e-commerce, and now PayPal is at the heart of many e-commerce transactions. Jennifer knows that security will be a significantly important factor in MagicPay winning customers' trust. So, let's have a look at some of the advantages of payment systems for businesses like MagicPay plc. One of the biggest selling points of payment systems such as MagicPay or PayPal is that they are very convenient, quick, and easy for businesses and their customers to use. Payment systems are at the heart of e-commerce transactions, so MagicPay has a large number of potential business customers as e-commerce and m-commerce continues to grow. Businesses and their customers have become familiar with using payment systems over the years, so businesses like MagicPay will benefit from the awareness and confidence that has been developed over this time. Jennifer also knows that online payment systems can be relatively cost-effective for the businesses that use them. Although many still think the likes of PayPal are too expensive, she proposes offering a lower transaction fee than PayPal, as this will be an eye-catching message for many businesses who complain about PayPal's fees, and will increase the chance of MagicPay managing to take these customers. There are some important disadvantages of payment systems that should be considered as MagicPay moves forward. As PayPal is such a well-established name and such a key part of e-commerce, there is a barrier to entry in that it can be difficult for MagicPay to compete with them as they have such a big market share. Jennifer knows that one of PayPal's biggest advantages comes from users' confidence in its security. She knows that MagicPay needs to have the right expertise in place, so she recommends that they should recruit a highly experienced head of cybersecurity to manage data protection. This is a very important but very expensive role, and the large salary needed, as well as paying for the expensive security software, will have impacted MagicPay's profits. She also talked to the marketing director to see what can be done to reassure customers that MagicPay is a safe method of payment. The marketing director comes up with a list of security measures that will be communicated to customers, using the advertising slogan, MagicPay, we won't let your money disappear. Again, this kind of advertising campaign doesn't come cheap, but it's necessary if MagicPay plc are to win more customers from their main rival PayPal. Each of the video courses over at BizzWizard.co.uk also includes an interactive business case study that applies the knowledge learnt to a real-world scenario. There are over 1,000 multiple-choice questions, each with detailed feedback, which tests students' understanding of the content. Why not visit BizzWizard.co.uk to find out more? For the businesses that use payment systems, such as MagicPay, they will typically have to pay costs of integrating these systems with their website or mobile app, and they will also have to pay fees on every single transaction. These costs can impact profit margins, so they should never be overlooked. We've looked at the main types of payment systems. All of the systems used to take payments from customers by electronic means, including contactless payments, chip and PIN payments, online payment systems, and electronic funds transfers. If you get an exam question on the topic, make sure you can explain the difference between each type and its potential advantages and disadvantages. We saw that contactless and chip and PIN payments take place in person, and that online payments such as PayPal allow customers to make payments using e-commerce. We've seen that each of these payment methods have a cost to the business, but we've also seen that it's vital for businesses to ensure that their payment methods have high levels of security, both to protect their customers' data and to give them confidence to actually shop online in the first place. Who knows what the future has in store for payment systems? Maybe one day we will pay for everything with a chip in our arm or a scan of our eyes. This has been the BizzWizard. See you in the next video.